Hey everybody, and welcome back to Drivin Livin. I'm Dylan.
I'm Jade.
And it has been forever since we've talked to you guys.
It's been months.
I know. We were calling it the once a month podcast.
Now we call it the
down.
once a year podcast.
Seriously.
This is our first podcast this year in 2022.
Oh yeah, 2022. Oh yeah, so it definitely has been over a month.
I've gained
So
15 pounds. Dylan's gained 20. Still we're going back to the gym.
God. Yeah, the last time we talked, we were talking about how we were going to be going on vacation.
Yep.
And we weren't sure what we were going to do with Lizzie.
Yeah, well, Lizzie did good.
Yes, she stayed at the house.
Your parents let her out a couple times a
Yeah,
day.
because my mom had that week off. And yeah, she let Lizzie out a couple times each day. So.
And it was a good time.
Yeah.
The boys had fun.
Yeah, we went. I can't remember if we said exactly what we were going to do there, but we stayed at the Blue Greens Resort in Orlando.
Really nice.
Yes, that was fun.
That was the first time I've ever been there.
Yeah, I think that personally, that place is great for families with kids. Just because they got a big old pool area out there, and they got an arcade and whatnot like that.
The boys loved it.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time in the pool there. But we also
Went to
Legoland,
Friday.
which was pretty cool.
In a basketball game.
And the basketball game I liked even more than Legoland. I
It
did.
was fun.
I was trying to convince them to not go at first.
Yeah.
I wonder how annoying that is listening to the defrost up there.
So turn off defrost. Oh,
I
you
did. I'm turning that down a little. Hopefully you've heard what we've been saying. But yeah, we went to a basketball game, and I was just nervous about driving over there and all the traffic and the people. But it really wasn't that bad. And
First NBA game we've ever been to.
Yeah, it was really fun. It was Orlando Magic against the Milwaukee Bucks. And of course,
They got beat really bad.
the Magic lost. It wasn't really bad.
No, I guess you're right. It really wasn't too big of a loss.
Now there's a bag blowing around in the
Somebody's
middle of the road.
trash. Oh my god. Seriously? Oh, it looks like pop bottles.
Yeah.
Or cans, yeah.
Someone lost their cans.
It probably wasn't a very heavy
Yeah.
bag, so it flew out of the back of someone's truck or something.
But anyways, that was really fun.
Yeah.
And I had kind of wanted to go 2 days later on Thursday, but they didn't want to because it was the same two teams playing. But
We ate at Chick-fil-A twice.
we had Chick-fil-A twice.
Yeah.
First time we actually went and got it. And the second time, I think CJ didn't want to go. He didn't want to leave the pool.
Which, I mean,
So-
was understandable.
I know,
It was so
but at that
nice
point it
there.
was that Friday? No, Thursday.
Yeah.
Because we left on Friday.
It took, it went by so fast.
I know.
It was very fun, but it went by very fast.
Mm-hmm.
I would live down there,
Yeah, I know.
100%.
I know. We talked about that.
But yeah, then we came back, we all got COVID. Well, 3 out of the 4 of us got COVID.
Who didn't?
Or, sorry, 2 out of the 4 of us got COVID.
Neither of the boys did, right?
No, neither of them tested positive.
Yeah, we got back on New Year's Eve, which was Friday. And then Saturday, I just kind of felt like crap during the day.
Well, CJ threw up, remember? CJ was sick.
Yeah, and that was Friday.
Yeah,
when we were...
but he was negative when we came back.
Why
Friday
are they
and
stopped
tested.
right there?
I don't know. I don't know why. Because I can't get around them. Can I?
I don't know. You could have went to the right, but I guess I would stop for them.
Nope. Her hair's long. They probably
Holy
just
crap, yeah, it is.
They probably just knew those people. It's not a big deal.
I know. Well, I just didn't want to get rear-ended because I know how people love their Bigby. Well, I see people come whipping in this parking lot, so let's get your stuff and then we'll be right back. Okay.
So,
Okay.
funny story.
You think I'm gonna add this into the podcast?
Why not? It's funny.
God.
We're sitting here in the drive-thru and I realize that I don't have my wallet. So I'm not driving to Traverse.
Oh, we're gonna go back to the house and get your wallet.
Oh.
Dude, we're gonna be going right past the house anyways, kinda.
I just figured you'd want to drive so we can get up there.
Whatever. Okay, in a minute you guys will see me in the driver's seat instead of the passenger seat. Alright guys. I'm driving. Yay. I guess I'm gonna have to move here. I thought that they were gonna kind of pull away, but
I gotta find a leg workout for us to do.
Yep.
And I gotta. That lady looks like Aunt Renee a little bit.
That's kind of what I thought, but kind of looked like a ghetto Aunt Renee.
What if she's watching this?
Well, I'm talking good about Aunt Renee.
I know. I was just...
This lady looked a little rougher.
Yes.
A lot rougher. Because Aunt Renee is gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Now I feel awkward.
Are we taking highway? Freeway?
Yeah.
God, I don't know why these videos won't play. Anyways.
Probably because you're hooked up and we don't want that blaring. Maybe you're not hooked up.
No, I'm not. We have a Tiguan now.
Yeah.
No more Jeep.
We've been recording for a little bit here, but yeah, basically we decided we wanted to get rid of the Jeep.
We think it needed a new transmission.
Yeah.
It was making weird noises and rattling, and
when you were at a stop, it was really hard to get into a different gear.
Yeah, it's hard to get into reverse whenever you needed to do that. It just was.
And it was getting worse by the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we probably could have gotten a new transmission for however much, but
obviously cheaper than getting this, but
I'm glad we got this though.
Yeah.
Because for so long we've needed something like this, but we just didn't want to do it. We didn't want
yes,
like a.
because this is kind of a mom-mobile.
Oh yeah, very much.
It's an SUV. It's not.
It's a 2020 Volkswagen Tiguan.
Yes, and it's got third row
it's
seating.
So nice.
We have the third row seat folded down right now, but
it's very handy. All 6 of us can fit in here, and when I say 6 of us, I mean me, Dylan, the boys,
and
the dogs.
And both of the dogs. We don't bring Marlo anywhere though, so.
Mark could sit on somebody's lap up here.
Well, yeah.
He could fit in here too if he really wanted to.
Yes. But yeah, this thing is seriously such an upgrade from the Jeep. And there's a part of me that doesn't like saying things like that because I like my sporty and fun cars.
We loved the Jeep. I
know.
The Jeep.
But honestly, this thing, like, for a family
that drives
and
all the time.
Yeah, how much we drive, this is so much better. And obviously, it rides better.
It's reliable.
It fits everybody easily.
These newer vehicles drive so good in the snow and even on the ice, really. I mean,
Well,
obviously
especially
there's only so much you can do on
This
the
is
ice.
all-wheel drive, too.
Yeah.
It's got this little mode changer down here where it does have a winter mode, regular driving, off-road, and custom off-road. And then along with on your regular driving, you can switch from either eco mode, normal, or sport. Which obviously sport doesn't make this car a race car by any means, but you can definitely tell that it's like the throttle response is a lot quicker in sport mode. But yeah, this heated seats and whatnot, it's nice. But the one thing that I didn't like was that it didn't come with remote start, which I thought was pretty weird being a 2020, and the fact that it had the heated leather seats and whatnot.
It almost makes me like wish that we would have gone with a brand new, like 2022.
Yeah.
Brand new, like no miles.
Because they were only a few grand more, but yeah.
We got remote start put on it anyway.
Yes. Just under
Not by some sketch company.
No.
We went back to Volkswagen.
Yes. Same place that we bought the car from. I went and yeah, it was just under $900, which kind of a lot, but I don't know. I think it's worth it.
Rather spend
I know you've been
$900
using it, but
by Volkswagen, them doing it the right way, than some other place who just. Because I mean, just the thought of somebody going in, starting to cut wires and hook stuff up, like in a brand new car, it's kind of a disturbing thought.
I know. Yeah,
I've heard of a lot of people having issues with their vehicles from like other people doing that, like putting in aftermarket remote starts.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I don't know. You gotta kind of know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And that's, I'm sure, with this new of a vehicle, there's more that goes into it than, like, say, when I got remote start put on back in the day on my 04 Dodge Dakota. And I'm sure that was a lot easier to do than something like this.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically no more jeeping, wheeling. But
I'm a little sad about that.
we have a responsible vehicle now.
Yeah. I feel fancy driving this.
Oh, and with that being said too, we have the Subie fixed now as well. Because we never record the podcast, we don't get to talk about that, but
Subaru's fixed. It doesn't leak oil anymore. All over the exhaust.
yeah.
That was horrible.
I don't know if I ever talked about what the actual, I had to have.
Yeah, you have.
That the crank seal went out.
Mm-hmm.
Crank seal was pushed out, and you know, of course, oil goes down all over the timing belt, and yeah, it would leak out of the timing cover and just get sprayed all underneath the under of the car.
It wasn't bad at first. Like, it was very, like, but then as you drove it more, it got worse and worse.
Well, seeing it was probably, when it wasn't that bad, it was probably that part of the seal just kind of got pushed out.
Yeah.
And then eventually we were still kind of boosting it and whatnot with that happening. And that probably pushed the seal the rest of the way out.
And there was a part that you said that makes that go that we don't have.
Okay, so supposedly what I was looking up, the PCV valve can go. And that will cause, you know, more pressure buildup in the engine than you should have. So that can push out the crank seal. And so after doing all the timing and whatnot, I just went ahead and ordered a new PCV valve because I was like, even if it's not bad, I'm going to replace it. And I'm not the brightest with these Subie engines, but our Subie has an aftermarket IAG, air oil separator, and they've got so many lines coming off that thing that I don't know what's going on exactly. So from everything that I had seen online and on videos and whatnot of where that PCV valve was supposed to be located, there's nothing there. So I'm kind of assuming they just completely removed it when they put that in, but I'm not sure.
That's why whenever I'm just gonna not be too hard on it for a while.
Yeah, I need to keep looking into that and see if I'm just missing it or what. But I'd also like to change the spark plugs because that hasn't been done since I've had the car, and I didn't realize all of what into just changing spark plugs on these cars. Like, it's not something that you can just pop the hood, look down on the side of the engine and be like, hey, there's those.
Where are they at?
Yeah, well, the driver's side, you literally have to pull the battery out, pull out the battery box, or what it sits on, and then I think you have to remove one or two other things to be able to see the spark plugs.
Oh my god.
On that side. And then apparently on the passenger side you have
Tiguan! A white one.
Wow.
Just like ours.
The passenger side you have to pull out the air box. So it sounds like a little hassle to get to. One thing I have liked about changing the timing belt and whatnot on this is just the fact that I'm actually, when I'm working on something like that, I get to kind of learn more about it, because I didn't know much at all about these engines.
You still don't.
I know. Thank you.
I'm just saying. I'm not insulting you.
Well, so am I. I'm just. I think. Well, I know I'm more of a hands-on learner with anything. Like, if people can sit there, I can watch videos and just watch stuff, and if I'm not kind of going along with them doing something, it's not fully getting into my head. I have to be right there doing it to be really understanding what's going on.
See, I'm dumb. I have to, when I'm learning something, you gotta show it to me and explain to me, and you're not good at that, so that's why I have a hard time trying to learn from you.
I know.
Maybe we'll get there one day.
Mm-hmm. Oh, but yeah, so we done, well, obviously I had to get new timing covers for the Subie because some of the bolts were stripped on the old one. But, so yeah, we got new timing covers, new bolts for the timing covers, all new seals as far as the cams, all four of the cams and the crank were done. New timing belt, new water pump, new tensioner, new serpentine belt, did obviously antifreeze change, oil change, and then I don't know if I ever mentioned, I probably did, about putting coilovers on the Subie. I had never had a alignment after that, because honestly the place that I took it to first, the car sat too low for them to get it on their machine, lift, whatever. So yeah, I ended up going to a different place. Well, the place where I was getting the tires put on, because I got new all-season tires, because at this point, winter's halfway over, 3/4 of the way over. So, got all new tires on it and in alignment. So, it's been running great so far. Knock on wood, wherever, rubber, plastic.
So now, besides the GTO, we've got 2 foreign vehicles.
Technically, the GTO is foreign.
Oh, yeah.
It was actually made in Australia, so.
We got all foreign vehicles now.
But the Le Mans was actually made in
Oh,
the
yeah.
US.
Just kidding. Almost.
Yeah, we just forget about the Le Mans because it's away forever. I need to actually get it out and do something with it.
We thought about getting another Jetta. I wouldn't have been mad about that either, but
Yeah, that's when all
these
this
new
happened.
Jettas are a lot bigger than the Jettas we had. Though, like, I was very surprised getting in a new 2020. Was it a 2020? Or was it?
I think it was 2019.
2019. But still, that's pretty new. Still.
Mm-hmm.
But I was very surprised getting in one of those, and
Like the amount of room
Yeah.
you had in the back seat.
there was a lot of room. It was like a boat compared to what our old 04, 05 Jettas were like. So that was really interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so how this even came about was, like we were saying, we got tired of the Jeep's issues that we were having.
The issues and the amount of gas we put in it was a big thing.
Yeah, I was going to say, the issues, the random noises we were hearing, the gas, the 2-door thing with not having, just to get the boys in and out. And then, yeah, there's no room in the back of those, which they're not really made to get groceries with, but
No.
obviously we were using it as a daily driver, so.
And that was our problem right there. Like, I would have kept that if we could have afforded it, because that would have been the perfect, like, car to, or that Jeep was so fun, like, to
in the summer.
Yeah.
Taking the doors off and the top off.
That was so awesome.
Yeah.
I wish we would have been able to do that, like, one more time. But you can't really do that in the winter.
I know. But yeah, so we wanted to get rid of that. We were going to another dealership in town to look at a 2010. So it was still the same age as the Jeep, but it's a 2010 Ford Taurus SHO.
And it's sold.
And of course,
This happens every time.
Someone had already test drove it, and they were coming that day to buy it.
And that car had been there for a month or so, like a long time, because we had been talking about it and looking at it for a couple weeks at least. Because you had shown it to me,
Yes.
and we had talked about it. Like, that car was there for a little bit, and then we finally decided to be like, okay, let's, jump on this. Let's go look at it.
Yeah.
Too late. That always happens to us.
I know. Well, see, but obviously it wasn't as new, so it was still going to have some issues more than likely.
But it was only 12
$12,000.
grand.
Yeah, it was only $12,000. I could just see myself with that wanting to get exhaust or doing something with that.
Yeah, we needed something that we didn't need to be doing stuff like that too.
I thought that car was cool because it had the moonroof, it had heated and cooled seats in the front. Back seats were heated.
Yeah.
It had a heated steering wheel, so I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be awesome. But yeah, once that sold, well, it was that same night that we were like, oh, let's look around at other dealerships, see if there's anything else we like. Couldn't find anything in town, in Cadillac. So we started looking in Travers. Well, we went on Subaru's website. And that's where we seen the Jettas. There was 3 Jettas on there. And one of them was a 2019 R-Line.
Side note, Volkswagens are really good, like price-wise, I think. I would say that they're very...
Yeah, they're cheaper than a lot of brands.
Mm-hmm.
As far as like with what you get for the car, it's like same quality but cheaper.
Yeah, and good fuel mileage, really. I think all their vehicles.
I think that's one of the things that was bringing us back to going with a Volkswagen, especially a Jetta with the fuel mileage.
You can't beat it. You really can't. And it's unfortunate they don't make the diesels anymore, but because those were, oh my god. But you told me about that. I had no idea that whole story behind those.
I don't know how she missed that, because that was a big thing for quite a while.
I don't keep up on stuff like that.
How they were. I don't remember if it was something in the computer that the car would recognize that it was being tested, like on a, emission test and whatnot, that the car would detune itself so that it could pass the emissions test.
Someone thought they were slick.
Someone was slick for a while, but then someone was pretty smart to figure that out.
Well, didn't you say it was someone who worked for them?
I believe so. I think they were
so they
like...
ratted them out.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyways, that R-Line was pretty good looking.
Oh my god, I wish
it was.
If that
white.
would have been there, it wasn't there.
Yes.
We were too late on
it.
It
was white, but it had like a black roof. I think the R-Line's more or less like an appearance package.
Yeah.
But that thing looked good.
If that would have been there, I can guarantee you we would have got that instead of this.
That would have been on Jane.
It would not have. You liked it
if
too.
My parents are watching this.
You liked it just as much as I did.
I did, yes. But we thought that was really cool. We were going to look at that. My parents were pushing us to get an SUV. Because they were like, oh my god, that'd be so much better for your family as a family car. My dad was still talking about how that, those Jettas don't have much room, remember? That's why you sold yours. But I literally just seen a Jetta yesterday, I think? No, day before when I was out salting. I seen a Jetta wagon, like our old one. And I was behind it going down the road and I was like, oh my god, those things are so tiny. Just so narrow and small.
But those were the old, like...
Yes, I know. But that's where what I'm getting at is that my dad was thinking about that.
Yeah.
And he's thinking, oh, those Jettas, tiny.
He should see these, like, newer ones.
Yeah. But... So then he was like, well, why don't you look and see if they got something else? So I went on... At that point, I went on Volkswagen's website. They're the same company, Sarah. And they had those 3 Jettas listed. And then they had, I think, two did they have 2 Tiguans? 2 or 3?
Yeah. They did have a couple.
Of the pre-owned.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so then Jade called. You've been looking at these, though. Like these SUVs, you were saying that you liked them.
Yeah, I thought there are some that just, I don't know, the thought of SUV.
Yes.
Like, I'm not a fan. I've always been like, if I'm ever going to drive an SUV, it's going to be like, the
Durango
sweet,
SRT or something.
yeah. Something, totally out of my price range, at least.
Yes.
But these really don't look bad.
No.
So, I thought, I guess I would drive this. And it's really not, like, about, like, I love this car. It was more so just the thought of, like, having an SUV.
Oh my gosh,
but when you get in it and you drive an SUV, it's, like, not even that bad. Like, it's nice. Like,
yes.
Because in my mind before, like, being all opposed to it, I'm just thinking about, like, I want to look cool driving down the road.
I was just going to say, you just want to look cool.
I know.
But yeah, so Jade called, talked to them, set up an appointment to go look and test drive this.
100% would recommend going back to them. They were very friendly.
Yes, they were real nice. So, yeah, we went there, and like as soon as we got there, I was like, I didn't see that white Jetta, that R line.
Mm-hmm.
But then
Bummer.
I thought I did. But it was actually that. Do you remember how to pronounce it?
No.
It was something with an A.
I know. I'm gonna look it up, and that was. I wish we would have gone and looked at it a little bit.
It's like their top of the line.
Yes.
It was
Give me 1
fancy.
second.
'Cause we watched a video on it the day before that. Arteon. And they were comparing it with
the Kia Stinger.
The Kia Stinger, yes.
Which I would have loved.
Yes.
But those are expensive.
But yeah, I had asked Johnny there. I had asked him, I was like, oh, we were also looking, there was a white Jetta R line. And he was, oh, that actually just sold. It's like, oh, okay. But yeah, we test drove this. We both really loved it. Just the heated seats and everything. It's a really nice car, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
But
they make R lines of these too. I kind of wish I would have looked at those. But
I know. Well, they didn't have.
Yes, they did. The one that was yeah, that blue one was
okay.
Tiguan, an R line. I just wonder how much like more that had than this.
But yeah, we test drove this. We were nervous about the payments.
Yeah, I still am cringing about the payments.
They gave us the breakdown on the payments.
I told them no more. I don't want to spend no more than $500 a month. No more.
And
no more.
We put a good chunk of money down, but that's what the Jeep is what screwed us.
Mm-hmm.
Because what they gave us, we still had to add on $8,000.
Yeah.
So that's really what screwed us on our payments.
Oh my God, this guy's not gonna stop.
Yeah, he is. He's just a fool.
Oh my God. He wasn't even stopping. How did that not scare
because
the
I knew
crap out of you?
I knew what he was doing. Okay. I just would have thought if it was me, I would have just stayed in the driveway and waited to back up until people passed. But anyways,
give me a second to recover.
We seen the breakdown of what payments could be, and there was literally one way of it going that was where we were like, okay, we can do that. And so we were like, oh, hey, can we test drive one of the Jettas that you've got?
That would have been so much better.
And yeah, that was okay. But the thing was, the one that we test drove, which I think they were both base models.
They were both base models.
But the one that we test drove was a manual.
That was fun. That was nice.
Which, yeah, you liked. But it made me like, right away. Like, as soon as I sat in,
because it wasn't like, fancy enough for you.
Well, it was cloth seats, not heated. It was just basic. And then I love the all-wheel drive in this.
The Jettas are all-wheel drive. No, they're not.
They're front wheel.
Sorry, you're right.
Because that's when we were test driving it, the roads were slightly covered.
Mm-hmm.
And Jade was obviously not used to the clutch and whatnot. And it was like every time you'd take off, front tires would be spinning. Yeah. And I was like, I just loved how this was like, you hit the gas and you're going.
Mm-hmm.
You're not spinning your tires.
Yeah, there's been quite a few times where the roads have been nasty here. Like, that's just, that's Michigan, you know. And it's just something you gotta learn to drive in. But I felt so much more confident driving in this on shitty roads.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'll be going through town and like, I'll be like, and the roads aren't that bad. Like, because I'm not used to driving something that handles so well in snow like this. Whereas before, if I was taking something else through it, like
the Jeep.
Yeah, the Jeep or, you know, one of the cars we have.
One of the front-wheel drive cars we had.
Yeah, I'd be like... The Cruise. I was like that a lot in the Cruise. Just very, like, sketched out driving.
Cruise was a lot better once we got winter tires on it, but still.
Yeah, and there's, like I said, there's been a couple times, like, coming, like, into town, like, Cadillac or whatever, and the roads, you know, were not the best. This weekend, actually, back on Friday, 2 days ago, coming into town. Yeah, it was snowing. The roads were wet and slippery, and I was, like, fine. I was doing 50, probably, you know, just, and I'm looking, and I saw 2 different accidents, and I was like, wow, I didn't realize the roads were, like, that bad.
Yeah.
But it's just how well this car handles, which is good, because we get snow here half the time, or half the year we have snow on the ground.
Yeah.
Or on the road.
But yeah, when we, like, for myself, as soon as we sat in that Jetta, I was like, no.
I think if we would have sat in the other R-Line.
If the R-Line was there, it might have been different. But yeah, I was like, as we were test driving it, I remember telling you, I was like, I was going to ask him to, like, print out a breakdown of what payments would be on this.
He did.
But I was telling you, though, when we were test driving it, I was going to ask him to. But I'm glad I didn't, because I honestly don't care. I don't want this. And then, yeah, when we got back from test driving it, he was like, oh, I went ahead and printed this out. And the, like, little breakdown of it, how much we put down and how many months we'd have. What we did with this for that Jetta would have been like $260, I think it was.
A month.
Yeah, $260 a month.
Whereas this was like $4 something.
Yeah, this was $470 at that point.
Yeah, and we added a bunch of stuff on.
But
thanks.
Let me get to that point.
Oh, I was so mad.
But I had told him too, after seeing that, I was like, I like that payment a lot more, but I think we both really like the Tiguan a lot better. Yeah. So we went with that, and it was the next day. We had to come back the next day because someone, since you want to start pointing fingers, someone set up our appointment to test drive this so late in the day.
It wouldn't have been
that that credit union that we had our loan through with the Jeep was closed by that point.
Oh my God, it still took all day. It still
they
took
could have done it earlier, though.
I guess, yeah.
But anyways,
I don't know.
So we had to go back the next day. But that was honestly kind of good, though, because that next day, like throughout the day, they were calling you and updating you, getting things all situated for us.
Right.
So that evening we just stopped there and said see ya to the Jeep. And,
yeah.
But yeah, we got. I had thought, and the guy with the financial dude was very convincing.
Oh my God, that made
I had thought that
mad.
we should get this little other warranty.
We go in there. Before we even go in there, he says, no extended warranties. We're not buying no more extended warranties because we did that with the Jeep. And while, a Volkswagen minivan. I've never seen that before. Anyways.
You want that?
No! The one thing that's worse than a SUV is a minivan.
Yes.
Anyways, before after we were, saying we don't want the Jeep anymore, we're going to get a new vehicle, he said, we're not buying no extended warranties. Because I did that with the Jeep, and we thought it was going to be help. Yeah, we did. And which while I can see they can be helpful, maybe, it's like a crapshoot. Like, you don't know what's going to...
Yeah, I know.
You don't know what's going to go out on your vehicle, ever. Where that was my first time buying a vehicle, like...
So that was...
Like
the Jeep was your first... Was that the first time that to get a vehicle, you've gone into a dealership and had to sit down and sign?
Yes, that's the first time I've financed a vehicle before, so I don't know what I'm doing. And so the lady's like, and obviously your finance people, your sales people are going to say, this is good, you want to get this, because they're trying to make you spend more money.
Mm-hmm.
where I can see where it could be good, but at the same time you don't know. Like, it wasn't good for us. We weren't able to use our extended warranty on anything that went out. I had called before about a clutch and something else. I remember I called and I was like, oh, will it cover this? Because I was trying to look through the little packet they gave me to see if it would cover. It didn't specifically say, so I called.
Transmission.
And something like that. They said no, it won't cover it. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
So, like, it looks convincing because it gives you a whole list of stuff it will cover, but it, like, I don't know. In our case, it wasn't the one thing that we needed. So yeah, we go in there saying no extended warranties.
We were saying that to each other.
Yeah, but you're the one who brought it up.
Yes.
And then here we are when the guy at Volkswagen, the finance guy at Volkswagen's going over everything.
He was very convincing.
Oh my god. He wasn't, though. You could have just said no. You don't know how to say no.
But the one thing that one little warranty thing that we got, it sounded pretty convincing to me.
It was like something to do with the wheels. Right?
Yeah, wheels and windshield.
Wheels, windshield.
Like windshield, if it's cracked or whatever, it gets cracked, you can take it in and they'll fix it. And like if you hit a pothole and it bends your rim or blows out a tire, they'll replace it.
Yeah, he did say though that you can cancel that, I believe, too.
Yeah, if you can. He said at like any point, I believe.
Yeah.
But I think this was...
That would lower your payment, too.
Yeah, this was an additional, like, $16 a month. So it'd probably put us, like, right at $500 a month or just under.
And then we got the gap insurance, so...
Which is a good thing.
Yes. We had that with the Jeep, too, which I'm glad. But that was all. That was all I wanted to do, just the gap insurance. No. So now, our payment's $515 a month.
You know. He was very convincing.
Whereas I was trying to stay under 500 because I want, like...
I know. We would have been, like,
me
literally
paying the
just
payment,
under.
I want to be able to spend a little more a month. Like, I want to pay off a little bit more than the actual payment is a month. Like, that's what I was doing with the Jeep. My payment was, like, $360 something on the Jeep. I always paid $400 a month. Sometimes $500 when I could. Because, I mean, it just pays that off that much quicker.
So now, since I was the one that said we should do that, now I'm going to help her pay.
Yes, he is.
But that's one thing, as you were talking about that it made me think of. That financial guy did say multiple times to us that you don't have to get any of this. These are just options.
Yeah.
But it just reminds...
Sorry about that.
Yeah, so... the GoPro got too hot and shut down, I guess. So
we let it cool off. We went and worked out.
Yeah.
We went and ate.
We pulled a hamstring.
You did.
I don't know. We were doing deadlifts and I was doing one and there's just like a little pop in my right leg. Bless you.
Thank you.
But yeah, then we had to go to Chili's, of course.
So good. Every time.
But just to quickly end what I was saying, was that I liked that bro at the Volkswagen dealership said a couple times that you don't have to get any of this. We didn't have to get any of that special extra warranty coverage, whatever.
Right.
But the lady at
Feeney.
Okay. I wasn't gonna say the dealership name, but
cut it out then.
the lady at the dealership that we got the Jeep from did not like come out and actually say that. She never said you have to get one of these, but she never said you don't have to get any of these. So, and that being Jade's first time going to a dealership getting a car, I'm sure, you know, when they're telling you, oh, here's your options, it sounds like you have to pick one of those.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's all I was saying there.
Yeah.
I am stuffed. And I'm ready to watch the Super Bowl. Super Bowl is tonight. Well, we are recording in the day of the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's Sunday. Super
February
Bowl Sunday.
13th. Yeah.
Recording right now.
And the game starts in 3 hours.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to get back and watch that.
Me too.
I'm hoping for the Rams.
Yeah, we know. I think
My boy Matthew.
most Detroit fans are.
Yes.
Just for Stafford. Not saying they're Rams fans, obviously, but
there's a lot of people that,
yeah.
like me, since, because I guess growing up I didn't watch football a whole lot. But yeah, when I started to, it was, of course, always Stafford as quarterback. And yeah, I just want to see him win it.
It'd be sweet. I wouldn't be upset either way. I don't care who wins. I think it's gonna be good no matter what. Because I mean, you don't really hear of, like, these two teams, like, compared to, like, Tampa Bay or New England or the Chiefs. Yeah, like, teams like that, you don't hear of the Bengals and the Rams going to the Super Bowl all the time. Ever, really.
This car is right up my butt.
Yeah, and you're flying.
I know, because they're right up my butt. But, yeah, I was pretty excited when the Rams beat the Buccaneers and then when the Bengals beat the Chiefs.
Yeah.
That was a good
I would have
time.
been really mad if it was the Buccaneers and the Chiefs. I wouldn't even watch it, I don't think.
I probably would have watched it, but I wouldn't be
excited.
Super excited.
But no, it's nice to let other teams get the chance.
This lady's just gonna ride up our butt.
Brake? No, I'm just kidding. Don't brake check her. Well, I'm glad this guy's getting over. Get over!
He was going to, but now he's just gonna sit there.
Dude! I was hoping he would have gotten over so we could, like, you know, make her slow down.
Yeah,
But no.
I guess he's not getting over now. He's just gonna chill there.
Yeah.
But, did you hear? I can't remember who's all gonna be in the halftime show, but
It's good, like a good halftime show.
yeah, it's supposed to be like Eminem and Dr. Dre. I feel like Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
And Mary J. Blige. Or Blige, or however you pronounce it. Should be pretty cool.
Yes.
Maybe. I don't know. I just grew up listening to Eminem, so.
Oh,
hey,
no!
love you all. My God.
You take care of me so
Yeah, I know.
much.
I think we all know that. Only difference with me is I'll actually fill the tank instead of being like, let's put $20 in. That should get me there.
Do you have anything good to contribute
Yeah.
to the rest of this podcast, or no?
I'm telling people how you are. Why?
We can talk about how you are,
do you want to stop it or what?
But that wouldn't be beneficial, would it?
Yeah, it would be, because people would be like, wow, he is such a good guy.
I wouldn't say that. Okay, so that leg workout, well, it wasn't really a leg workout. It was supposed to be a back and glute workout that we did, which I thought was a very weird combo, but whatever.
I was going to say, most of the stuff we did was back, kind of back with bicep.
Yeah. We did.
Besides those deadlifts, obviously.
Yeah. Oh.
That's where I can see back and
deadlifts. Let's talk about deadlifts for a minute.
Oh Lord.
Just for a second. I obviously I'm not like, I like going to the gym. I like working out, but I'm not super into it like other people are. I don't really, my form on certain like exercises is not great. So, I don't know. I guess I'm trying to figure out, when we were at the gym, I was trying to figure out like the right way to do a deadlift.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. Obviously, you're not supposed to be like lifting with your arms. It's all supposed to be in your legs.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I just feel like I do it weird. I feel like I look weird doing it. But maybe that's just me.
Well, that's why I was telling you, if you watch yourself in the mirror, you keep your head up and just like watch yourself as you're doing it, that's a good way to make sure you're keeping your form. Because when you start looking down, you're gonna start kind of hunching your back over. What side is the tank on? Right.
Which is opposite from what the Jeep was.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to fill it.
I literally just said.
So we finna wrap this up? Or?
Right now?
Or are we gonna keep talking?
Okay, we can wrap it up.
No, it's up to you.
No, that's fine. We'll wrap it up.
Okay.
Thank you guys for listening and for waiting for us forever. If you did wait for us, I don't know how many people actually waited.
We don't blame
around.
you if you don't.
But yeah, we're gonna try to make this a more consistent thing. I mean, especially if we do keep coming and working out on the weekends, then it'll be a lot easier to keep it consistent.
We need to keep working out on the weekends, like on Sundays. Sundays should be for working out. The only thing that sucks about it was that the gym was freaking packed today. Like which I don't know why. I mean,
because new year, new me.
Yeah, but
I think that's why.
Okay.
And there's a surprising amount of people still sticking with it.
Yeah.
But,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe if we went at like a certain... Really? Oh, yeah. Maybe if we went at like a certain time, too. Like, we went in the middle of the day, so I'm sure that had something to do with it, too. But yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, guys, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.